So what are the key of success to be as Walid of Hadba?
Well, you know, I don't know. All I can tell you is I really believe in if you work hard and you have discipline and you apply common sense and logic, you will be very successful. Let me tell you just a little things that I did, and they worked for me. I'm not sure they work for everybody, but number one, you have to have a lot of information and knowledge. And knowledge is very powerful. In our industry or any other industry, my advice to the students and everybody in there is acquire as much knowledge as possible. And that is not just reading your textbooks. That's not just reading your class materials. That's one part of it. And you have to be very good. You have to get good grades. But reading general knowledge, general information is very important. Reading as much as you can. If every day that in your life you have to learn something new. And that's very important to me. And I think I learned a lot. And every day I strive to learn more and more. And I think that gave me an advantage over many other people who, to be honest with you, probably had better grades than I do in college, but they did not advance their general information and general knowledge. Two, of course, standard working hard. You know, the time to work hard is when you're young, to be honest with you. That is the time to work hard and work smart and really set goals to what you want to achieve. Really set goals and try to go for these goals. And it's okay to fail. A lot of people are afraid of failure, or they think failure is a bad thing. I truly believe I never learned anything from success. I don't. I learned everything from failure. Every piece of my personality, every piece of thing that I learned at a major level, I learned it because I failed in something. And you learn from failure. You learn not to do it this way. You learn that this is the wrong way to do it. You learn that's the bad way to do it. Success doesn't teach me anything. I mean, it's just, okay, success. It's just success. So it's okay to fail, read a lot, read everything, learn everything. Physics, I mean, I love to read physics, biology, chemistry. For me, I like to read history. History is a great element, history of everything, even history about our industry. I get surprised a lot when I talk to a lot of young people and they don't know the history of our industry. If you don't know the history of the IT industry, I'm not sure how you're going to be an innovator and successful person. So that's basically what happened in my case, I believe. And then, of course, being lucky and being in the right place at the right time helps.
So, second question, Walid. In your speech in the opening ceremony, you talked about creating your enterprise and start making your own business. But in sometimes this can be dangerous. So
this is back to learning and taking risk and being. I don't think it's dangerous. I think it's the most fun part. I think every student who has a great idea. No, there's nothing wrong with you going and getting a job. As I said, there is nothing wrong with it. But I believe if you have a great idea and you are an innovator and you want to be experimental,
just take the risk and go.
Take the risk now. I mean, look, this is the time to take a risk. When you're young and you have little responsibilities and you're exploring life, it's a fantastic time. And then you have a company like Microsoft, which is a great company, giving you the opportunity. Take risks.
So just let's do it.
Just go do it. If you have a great idea, partner with a few of your friends, and go have fun. And you can always go back and say, okay, I'm gonna do this for 2 years, and then go back and get a full-time job somewhere else. But just follow your dreams. If you dream of being your own boss, if you dream of being your own company, if you dream of you taking your idea and making it big, you owe it to yourself to follow that dream and go try it. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, what is the worst that could happen? It doesn't work. Then you had 2 years of a great experience. You built something. You learned a lot. I guarantee you will learn a ton. And then you take that learning and you're more valuable, IT person than you were before. And then when you join a company, you're that much more valuable to a company like a Microsoft or like any other IT company. So that's my advice.
Yeah. So last question, Walid. If you will compete for the next Imagine Cup competition, which competition you will choose and which technology you will put the stress on?
I will not say that because they all look as the sponsor of Imagine Cup. There is a reason why we have 9 competitions, because I love them all equally.
Now, personally, which competition you love more?
I cannot answer that question. I will not answer that question. I love them all equally because they all have different elements to them. They're all part of the industry. They're all part. Every human being has different inclination. The reason we chose these categories because we know the IT industry is so broad and there is many people with many interests into it. I would tell you, any of these areas, you could be super successful. The ideas we have in each one of these competitions is amazing. I mean, these ideas are just, I keep saying, wow. I would have never thought of them when I was going to college in 1983, to be honest with you. These guys are so much more advanced, so much more fun than my days. We had different kind of fun, but you guys are having a great time. So they're all great. I am not going to choose one.
So just you talked about how important is HTML5, how important is cloud.
The 3 technologies that I believe are, or the 3 areas, not just technologies that I believe are going to be the future in the next few years are going to be writing for what I call our client assets, Windows next version, Windows 8. And I would like to teach to tell all the students you should listen and follow our Build conference. Follow the news, follow the Twitter,
the next
follow the social event. The Build event in September is going to be a very important event, and I encourage you all to listen to it and follow it because it is going to tell you and teach you about the future of our technology roadmap, and that is very critical. In that, Java script and HTML5 are very, very important components, and it's very important for us, for young generation, to understand how to write applications for the Windows next version, and that's really important. It's going to be the future, and where Microsoft is leading the industry. That's one. Number 2 is Windows Azure and our cloud into it. Windows Azure is absolutely a critical asset. It allows the flexibility, the scalability of anybody writing a program that will able to scale, manageability, all the cloud goodness you're going to get with Windows Azure. It's phenomenal. I encourage the students to look at it, experiment with it, get on it, write your app in there. It is very, very important. And it is the future. And it's going to be the future in there. Third is, of course, our Windows Phone and our Windows Phone assets. Look, we have a great platform here. Well over almost half of the applications that are in Magic Company here, I think it's 48%, I need to get the exact number. But a significant portion of the apps here are written for Windows Phone. It's amazing. It's the way you write to it is great. The applications are great.
It's easy.
It's easy. It's fantastic. It's fun. It's fun. I've seen some of these apps are really amazing fun. I just saw this app from Korea. The Korean team was really great app. I was having so much fun with it. It's amazing.
You have many things to do, especially with the Mango version.
Exactly, the Mango version is just on fire. And then our partnership with Nokia is going to be big. We're gonna make it. And as you know, Microsoft enhances the product, and we keep enhancing the product. And there, look at the things we did with the Xbox and gaming and Kinect. I mean, it's an amazing platform. Look at it. Every one of the attendees here in Magic Cup, we're gonna get a Kinect. So I would like for you all to write Kinect apps, Windows Phone apps. I encourage you heavily, and Windows Azure apps. And the most important one of all, by far, is our Windows Next version. What we call right now, the code name is Windows 8. That's the code name for it. And make sure you follow the Build conference. The Build conference starts September 13th to September 16th. Follow it. You're going to see a lot of news. Yes, there is discount for students, but what I'm trying to say to you is follow it. You don't have to be physically at the Build conference. If you can, great, but you don't have to physically be there to actually get the benefits of it. It's going to be, a lot of things will be online, a lot of the materials, follow it, read it. Remember back to my earlier discussion about reading? Yeah. Reading is very important. Understanding where the industry is going is super important. And then put your great ideas to use. And just go have fun. By the way, last message for you guys, MSPs are incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you do. I told my team, and my team knows this, Ashwin and John Pereira and everybody else, it's a great team we have here. They know, and I keep telling them this. 2 things I care in the student world, the most important things for me is MSPs and Magic Cup are super critical to me. And MSPs, thank you very much for all you do. I love you. I
also love
always, and I think of you as all kind of my kids, like, because you're all young, and I have a son of your age, and you are absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for everything you do.
Thank you, Walid. It was nice to meet you.